Hi all and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new to the channel and you don't know who I am, my name is Marcel from the Berg and I'm a PADI Platinum Course Director, teaching people how to become dive masters and diving instructors. Now, today I want to talk about an example on how to teach a knowledge development presentation during your PADI IDC course. Now, there's different ways of presenting these presentations, so I just want to give you one example right now that works really well. Of course, if you have more tips or you know how to do them differently, then please leave them in the comments below in the end of this video. Also, don't forget, if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe and maybe hit that notification button to stay updated of future training videos that we make. And if you really liked it, then it would be awesome if you give me a big thumbs up in the end of this video. And yeah, without any further ado, let's get on with the presentation.
Hey guys, before we start, can I ask you guys a question? Have you ever been in an airplane? Yes, I think you've probably been in an airplane to get here, right? Because it's a very far distance. Now, when you're in an airplane, did you all experience a little bit that when we go up or when we descend with an airplane, that we actually feel a little bit of pressure difference on our ears? Have you felt that, Julian, before? Yeah, and you as well, Andy? Okay, so this is something that's very common. I feel it all the time and the whole world is feeling it. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I was younger and the first time I went into an airplane, I actually felt quite a lot of discomfort. And what happened was when I asked some help from the stewardess came and she gave me some candy. So I was like, all right, how is this going to help me? Is the candy just going to make me feel better? But while I was just chewing on the candy and I was swallowing it, I actually felt a lot better in my ears. I was actually thinking it was the candy that solved the problem. But in the end, it wasn't. Because what really happened was that I was swallowing, and swallowing is one of those few techniques that we can use to actually equalize our ears. Have you ever had that when you had a problem in the airplane that somebody gave you some peanuts or some candy? Andy, had you had a problem? Yeah, did you have it, I guess? Now, this is something that I really would like to talk about today. Because we're about to go scuba diving, and when we go under the water, we also kind of feel a little bit of pressure difference on our ears. So by knowing the right techniques how to solve it, we're going to enjoy that reef a lot more easier and a lot more better. And today we want to talk about those different techniques. First of all, I want to talk about blocking my nose and attempt to gently blow through it. And I also want to talk a little bit about the swallowing process and wiggling your jaw from side to side, which you can also use. Now, when are we going to use this information? Tomorrow, actually, we're going to do our first open water dive for this course. And in your case, it's the first dive you've ever done. Are you guys excited? Oh, it's going to be amazing. Now, don't worry too much. It's an extremely friendly dive site. There's no strong currents. It's nice and shallow, but we do have to go down to see the reef. And on the way down, we have to equalize our ears. And we're going to use this information to make that very easy. Okay? Now, right now, please, can you get yourself a piece of paper and a pen? Maybe use a tablet or a laptop to make some notes, or just listen to me throughout the explanation. All right. So right now, Andy, would you mind reading the question for me?
As I descend, I need to equalize air spaces. Which of the following are accepted ways of equalizing my ears?
All right, thank you. Now, this was the question you guys were struggling with. So let me explain it to you. Now, first of all, guys, when we go down, we feel some pressure on our ears, like I just said. Now, the way it works, right here on the whiteboard, I draw an ear. I know it's not the best drawing in the world, but it is an ear. And right here, this is the nose. Okay, in the ear, we got a tube that connects to the nose. We call this a eustachian tube. And then this thing over here is what we call the eardrum. Now, if this is the eardrum and this is the outer ear and these are those tubes connecting to the nose, when we go under the water will flow in and it's going to put some pressure against that eardrum. And the deeper we go, the more pressure and the more the eardrum will start to bend in. Now, in the beginning, we don't really feel it, but then when we go deeper, it's going to be more, and at one point, we start feeling a little bit discomfortable. Now, if you keep pushing it, it might even be painful or worse. Now, we definitely don't want to damage our eardrum tomorrow, right, Julian? No. So, to prevent this whole damaging from happening, we need to equalize our ears. And one of the best techniques, what it says over there, is to block your nose and attempt to gently blow through it. So right here, PADI also gives that explanation. Now, this is what we call the Valsalva maneuver, and it's a very fancy way of saying we're pinching our nose and we gently blow against it. What happens when you do it? You press it in, you blow, but when you close your mouth, the air cannot come out, so it actually forces itself into those tubes connecting to the ears. And what happens then is when we do it, you actually pop back that eardrum because it's connected. Like that, all the way when we go down. Now, you don't want to do this once or twice or maybe every few meters. I always recommend to do this as much as you can. Just keep doing it, not too hard, but nice and gently on the way down until we to the depth that we can enjoy the dive. Okay, not too hard right now because we're in the classroom, but very gently. Can you both give it a go and see if you feel both ears? Okay, here we go. Yeah. And do you feel it? Yeah. Yeah, both ears or just one ear?
Both sides.
Both sides. That's fantastic. Julian, can you? Yeah, both ears as well? Okay, fantastic. That's great news because that means that probably tomorrow you will have no problems equalizing your ears, okay? Now, another great technique that we can use is swallowing, like the same technique that we do in the airplane, and wiggling the jaw from side to side. So let's try swallowing for now. How does that feel? I feel a little bit of squeaking. Do you feel that, Julian? Yeah, Andy as well? Yeah. Which one was better in your mind? Was it the swallowing or was it the pinching of the nose? Which were better, Julian?
Pinching of the nose.
Pinching of the nose, yeah, and Andy? Yeah, basically the same both. Okay, so you can clearly see that some people prefer to use one technique, like pinching of the nose, and some people prefer to use swallowing, or some people prefer to use both. So tomorrow on the dive, we have all the time in the world, we go super slow, and we can use both techniques, okay? Now, wiggling the jaw is also a technique that we can use. Give that a try right now. A little bit, squeaking, this and that, yeah? Alright, it's one of those techniques we can try out tomorrow as well. Now, what's very important though, to never ever do it too hard or forcefully, because sometimes what happens, people get too excited, they want to get to that reef, they go nice and quickly, and the eardrum goes too far. Yeah, you can try whatever you want, but you will not have enough pressure on the inside than the pressure on the outside. And if you do it too hard, before you know it, you might be damaging other parts in your ear, okay? So, if it doesn't work out, not a problem. Just go up a little bit, we try it again, and I will explain that a little bit better in the next question, okay? Guys, to learn a little bit more about different techniques, how to equalize our noses, there's actually something really cool that we can use, and that's in the end using YouTube. So we all have smartphones, tablets, computer these days, and later on, you know, when we get out of this class or any time in the future, when you just want to maybe refresh yourself a little bit, then on YouTube you can find some really cool videos. I found this cool video on YouTube that I made actually to help people how to equalize. So right over here you learn a little bit more about what actually happened in detail when we go down to our eardrum, and then you can use that for in the future. Okay? You can also have a look at this video right here that PADI actually made on how to equalize your ears.
As you descend, water pressure compresses the air in your body air spaces.
How was that video? Did it help you a lot how to do it? Yeah? Cool. So do we now know how to equalize our ears? Yes? Alright. And again, we have plenty of time throughout this course to keep practicing it to become really good at it. Now, just remember, tomorrow guys, on dive number 1, we're going to be going to an amazing dive site called Twins. Twins is such a great place. It's one of my favorite dive sites that we have on Koh. I actually have a map right here for Twins. Over here you can see it. Now, what's really cool about this dive site is that we have a lot of diversity of aquatic life, and especially for your first dive you'll be very fortunate to see amazing things under the water, and a lot of turtles actually visit this dive site. So with a little bit of fortune, I'm going to show you guys some turtles. Julian, you excited about turtles? Yeah. Now again, remember, to see those beautiful turtles we need to actually go down to the reef. So what we're going to do is we have all these beautiful descent lines over here, and we're probably going to use this one right here to go down, and using the line makes it even easier to do all the techniques because we can hold on to it. And if anything goes wrong or it doesn't feel that well, very gently and easy, we can go up a little bit as well. Okay? Alright, but then the day after this course, I'm actually starting the PADI Advanced Open Water Diver course. And that's another 5 dives, and you can already do it in only 2 days. Now we have a lot more dives to even practice to get better with equalizing. But it's not all about equalizing. What's so great about the PADI Advanced Open Water Diver course is that we can do 5 different adventure dives. From those 5, 2 dives we have to do, which is the deep and the nav, and the other 3 we can actually choose from a lot of different adventure dives. Like for example, we can do a night dive by diving in the dark. Oh, it's amazing. You're going to see so many colors. We can play with the bioluminescence. It is absolutely magical. Another thing we can maybe choose is to do fish identification, where we're going to learn a lot more about different fishes and families and species, which will improve your fun diving only more in the future. And I don't know about you guys, but fish are amazing. But what about seeing a wreck under the water? Would you like to see a wreck, Andy? Yeah, and I can see your face already, Julie, right? Now here we got an amazing wreck we can dive on, and we can do that during the advanced as well. But even then we can choose from other adventure dives. So from those many adventure dives that we can choose from, there's 2 adventure dives that we have to do. So I already said we have to do navigation, where we're going to learn how to navigate around different dive sites, which is amazing. But especially the deep dive is really, really cool. By going deeper than 18 meters, it's going to open up so many more dive locations around the world. The thing is though, is that when we are deeper than 18, especially at a depth to around 30 meters, we can only stay there for a certain amount of time. So to find a way to go quicker down to the dive site, we can actually enjoy the aquatic life a lot better. So if we know the right techniques to equalize, we actually can now enjoy the deep dive a lot better as well. So the advanced course is amazing. Again, 5 dives. We're doing deep navigation. Choose from 3 other elective dives. If you want to learn a little bit more about this, you can see me after the class and I can talk to you all about it. But if you want to learn a little bit more about it on your free time, there's actually a lot of information that you can find on the PADI app. Have you already used or heard about the PADI app? Andy, no? Julian, have you heard about the PADI? You actually did. Okay, cool. Now, right here, I got the PADI app on my iPad. And when you open it up, you have tons of information about the PADI app related to scuba diving, but particularly to the courses. You click on training, and then over here you have all the different courses. In here, I'm going to look at dive courses, and then I find the PADI Advanced Open Water Diver course right over here. So when you click on it, tons and tons of information. I think one of the best parts, of course, is what will you learn during the Advanced Open Water Diver course, and then here it will explain a lot more. Yeah, so you can use the PADI app to learn a little bit about it, but you can also, of course, contact me after class and I can talk to you a lot about it as well. Now, also guys, if we're going under the water, I just said it, it is so much more enjoyable if we know an easy way how to equalize our ears. But to make it easy, the mask actually makes a very big difference in how easy it is to equalize your ears. Right now you guys are using shop masks, rental masks that we have. And already today in the pool this morning, it was quite okay to equalize. But investing in your own mask can actually make a huge improvement. Specifically this mask right over here, I particularly like. This is a Scuba Pro Spectre. The best thing that I really like about it is that what they've done is they actually made the area where you can equalize your ears by using the Valsalva maneuver, the pinching of the nose, a lot more softer and a lot more easier to press it in. Feel this for a second, Annie. You see? That's a big difference than this morning, right? When we were into the pool. Yeah? Maybe Julian, you want to put it on and give it a try? How does that feel?
Feels great.
It feels great, huh? Big difference than the basic mask that I gave you this morning? Yeah? Okay. So what have we really talked about today then, and what have we learned? We now know that as I descend, I need to equalize airspaces, and which of the following are accepted ways of equalizing my ears. So right now we know, Julian, one of the best techniques that you can use is?
Is to pinch my nose and blow through it.
Very, very good. And what's the fancy word again for that?
Oh, Valsalva maneuver.
Valsalva maneuver. I like it. And what's the other way of equalizing our ears?
You can swallow and wiggle your jaw from side to side.
Great, great. And again, it depends really on the person which technique you prefer. Did you know you can actually do it all at the same time? You might look a little bit silly, but it does work. And in the end of the day, who cares about looking silly? It's in the end all about seeing that beautiful aquatic life and the fish that we have down there, okay? All right, so also remember that tomorrow we're going to do your first open water dive, so that's going to be very, very exciting. And then we're going to use all of this information as well. Also remember, guys, we talked about maybe joining the Advanced Open Water Diver course, which I'm going to start one day after this course. And remember, guys, we talked about maybe owning your own mask, which makes it much more easier to equalize in the future. And if you want to try those different models, maybe come and catch me after this class in the dive shop and we're gonna try them on. Sounds good? You guys have any questions about anything? No? All right, give me a high five. Awesome. High five. Awesome. So guys, I hope that you really liked this video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so we notify you when we upload any future training videos. So if you like this video, then please give us a thumbs up and leave any comments you have below. See you on our next training video.